Did you watch the Tyson Roy Jones fight?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I like the one before it more. Man.
Jake Paul and Nate Robinson. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Here you have a YouTuber versus a professional basketball player. Most people, me included, looked at these two, and I had my money on Nate Robinson.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Professional athlete,
Twitch,
very well built. I mean, this is the guy that was winning slam dunk contests at 5'9". I mean, incredible athleticism.
Yeah.
Looked like he was a little tougher and rougher, you know what I'm saying? Looked like he could beat some ass more. I mean, when you look at those two, Jake looks all soft and cuddly. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Right.
Nate looked like he could beat some ass.
Yeah.
But that did not happen in that ring. No, let me tell you.
It did not. What we saw in that ring, a couple of things. One is the curse of the gifted. And it's a thing that anybody who's ever made it in pro sports knows a guy that was as good as them or better than them, except maybe LeBron or something. But basically, you grew up with a dude who was better than you. But the curse of the gifted, they skip steps. They just think that I'm good or whatever it is. And I think Nate trained. What I think he skipped in steps was he didn't have a fight before that. So think about it. Fighting is not boxing. I trained with Freddie Roach at Wild Card. Shout out to Ernie, all my boys over there. Pacquiao used to be in there. And Freddie Roach and I had the same agent. So I, VIP. And I used to go in there and train with these guys. And I could not box. It's a whole different art, different sport than fighting. Like, I could fight. You wrestle me or fight, play football, whatever. I could beat you up, probably. Boxing? Shoot. And Nate, that one fight that Jake had, that the fight was slower to him. It was, as they say, the light went off. Like, he could see it coming. Nate went out there with just talent and juice. And he was a little too hyper and walked into a few of them.
Yeah, I mean, Nate looked like he was trying to play football. He was trying to sack the quarterback or something. like it just didn't make any sense. I boxed a little bit in my younger days, and I could tell you that even with the little that I know about boxing, that was some of the worst footwork I've ever seen in my entire life.
It wasn't even footwork like boxing sense. It was just like a guy who was quick. It was like, how can I get my punches off? And there's so many things you got to think about. Every time you throw a punch, you got to think about what he gonna do, how is he gonna respond. Like, like I interviewed Michael Jai White recently. We talked about this, and Michael is like a lifelong martial arts guy.
Yeah, seriously, like he trains with John Bones Jones and all the other top MMA guys and everything. And he was telling me in our interview, like, when he saw Nate jab and Nate just kept his arm out there.
Yeah. Here you go.
He said, "Oh my God, this is about to end so badly. This is not how you jab. It's just like the most basic punch in your ensemble. You're doing it completely wrong."
Nate he would punch and just keep his arm out there. And I'm like, the first time I saw him do that, I'm like, oh my God, you're setting yourself up for like destruction.
So he would keep his jab out there? Is that what
he was locking his arms out with every punch?
Oh.
Man.
And he got knocked out so bad.
Dog, I tell you this great story. I used to work with Max Kellerman, obviously, so guru. This dude, Max, knows all things boxing. But Floyd was my neighbor, and he used to have these get-togethers, and I used to never go to him because I was like, man, I'm trying to stay married. Like, Floyd life is just different. Like, I don't even want to see that because it's gonna remind me what I used to do on this level compared to him. Right. I didn't want to deal with it, but I went one time.
Didn't want a side baby at one of these Floyd get-togethers. I get it. I got it. I'm right there with you. Right.
Yeah, right. I didn't want to get caught. Like, what's your name, Larson? Like, I didn't want to be there. So I ain't want none of that in my life. I like my life. So what happened was we talking. Everybody kind of like in the party mode because Floyd, man, God, he's a beast. I saw a floor that had this much money on it. And I don't think any of them had less than 3 digits on them. Is there a $1,000 bill in the world? Because I was kind of like, I wanted to touch it. Well, I was just looking like, damn. Anyway, I'm talking to Floyd. And this is after, I want to say Pacquiao fight. And I was like, so when'd you know, like, okay, he ain't ready for you? And he's like, you know what I do? He said, in the first round of every fight, I like to give him like this check punch. And if you watch Floyd fights, typically it's that straight right to like the diaphragm, right here. Yeah. And he'll go like this. Like he ducks down and kind of like, and it's a weird punch because not everyone does it, but he does it in a way like that. And he said, and then I listened to the sound. And he said, when I heard that sound, and the sound he heard from Pacquiao, the sound he hears lets him know how he's going to approach the rest of the fight. Now I'm sitting there like, the hell you talk? Like, what are you listening to? What whistles? But basically, that's the level of expertise that exists. Even if someone is here and you hear, you're in trouble if this is boxing.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think about him fighting Logan Paul? I did not see this one coming at all. Like, and I remember I'm hanging out with Zab Judah. Okay. Right. And we had, he had interviewed Mike Tyson for us and we had to do some reshoot stuff. So we're hanging out at Tyson's gym and he's like, yo, I just got out of Logan Paul's training camp. He's going to fight Floyd Mayweather. And I'm like, you're crazy. You're crazy. Floyd Mayweather, 50-0. Floyd Mayweather's going to fight a YouTuber who's 50 pounds heavier than him and a foot taller. What are you talking about? No, I'm telling you, it's going to happen. I'm like, never in a million years. If I had $100,000 in my pocket, I would have bet him right then. Real seriously, I would have bet him. I would have pulled that money out. Like, here you go.
Now, why? Why are you so like, I didn't see that coming. I saw it coming once I heard it could happen. I was like, oh, it's happening. Why?
Why?
Just the size difference? That is not enough to say no to all that.
Just because I think with Floyd, he is so aware of his legacy. 50-0. Like, to get to that level, I remember I interviewed Larry Holmes. Right? Not too long ago. Larry Holmes went 48-0. He was trying to beat Rocky Marciano's record.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Which he didn't do when he lost to Spinks.
Yeah.
And it was like a big, he even feels that it was sort of like a racist type of thing. He felt like him losing to Spinks was because people didn't want a black guy to beat, Rocky Marciano's, record. And he felt that he was robbed in that particular fight. And he even said Rocky Marciano couldn't hold my jockstrap and stuff like that.
Damn, Larry, okay.
Right? And for the longest time, no matter who you were in boxing, you could not beat that 49-0 record. And Floyd Mayweather beat that.
Yeah.
He beat that.
Yeah.
And there's no asterisk by his name. There wasn't a fight that he really should have lost, but they gave it to him because it was Floyd. Zab Judah might argue with that, but whatever.
He's been hit 5 times in 50 fights. Like,
but still, this guy has an impeccable record. Impeccable. He's made more money than any other boxer, and he's kept it.
Yeah, by far. Combined.
When I interviewed Mike Tyson, I talked to Mike about blowing through $300 million. And Mike said, whatever. I don't think about it.
My dog.
But he thought about it when he beat up Don King.
Give me some of that back.
Flying in his private jet, thinking, sniffing cocaine, talking about this motherfucker stole all my money and I'm in his jet, whatever else.
By the way, where my money, Don?
He beat up Don King. But what I'm saying is he's 50-0. He is rich beyond compare. He's
come on, Vlad. You ain't gave me a reason yet.
He's not Muhammad Ali, who's fighting past his prime because he needs the money.
That's not the only motivation. I see what you're saying.
He has all his wits about him.
Keep going.
To fight, and he beat the best guy in the MMA. Yeah. On top of it.
He'll beat him again. If he needed to. For more money.
Again, and that was like even though that wasn't, was that a real sanctioned match?
No, I think that was I think that was an exhibition. Yeah, like this is going to be.
This is going to be but he could stand on the I beat the best guy out of the UFC, out of the biggest MMA league in the world. Mm-hmm. What props do you get for beating Logan Paul outside of a check?
Boom. First of all, I'd rather a check than props. Fuck props. I don't need no props in this world. Like, people, we're grown. Who wants props? Like, that's so high school. You think I'm great? Like, no, you can think I ain't shit. How much is that check? One, what enticed Floyd was the money. What made Floyd say, I'm going to do this is the opportunity and he knows his own ability. The answer was right in front of you, Vlad. You just kept talking about all this other stuff where everybody else says. Floyd knows how to pick them. And I'm not saying Floyd ever dies. He just knew who he could fight, and he knew when to fight him, and he knew he was going to win. He knows he's going to smoke this dude.
Right.
So why not take an easy check in the exhibition? What do you have to lose? Somebody saying bad stuff about Floyd? Guess what? They already do. So why not pick up another $100 million and keep them doing what they do?
Well,
feed the haters because they ain't going away.
Well, number one, Floyd didn't dodge anybody.
I didn't say dodge.
No. What I'm saying is that when you look at his record on top of the 50-0, he wasn't ducking certain people.
No, it's opportunistic. Think about it. Like, Floyd's a businessman. What people don't understand and respect about Floyd, because I remember meeting Floyd when he was Pretty Boy.
Pretty Boy Floyd.
Yeah, we used to be these round tables and like events, and he would have on 97 chains, 2 pair of sunglasses just to be recognized. Kind of like how, animals in the wild want to, hey, I'm here, and the colors, whatever may be. And then he made a calculation. He was like, I am going to be Manny Mayweather. Now, dodging is not going to ever leave my mouth. What leaves my mouth is opportunity. When he fought Canelo, the first time he fought Canelo, when he caught Canelo, that was Canelo doing this. And Floyd was like, all right, I know I'm going to beat him, so let's fight. And let's hype it up like maybe I can't beat him. Floyd knows. That's why he carried UFC. What's UFC do?
Conor McGregor.
Conor. He carried Conor. Conor. Oh, God, Conor. Bah! Oh, this is fun. Like, Floyd's going to do the same thing, Logan. If Floyd wanted that fight to end before it started, it would. If he wants to go ding, ding, back, bye, there's not a chance in hell Logan's going to do it. And you just basing it on size? Let me give you an example. Okay, Sugar Shane Mosley came to my show, and we were talking. Me, I woof. I'm Sugar Shane, I'll whoop your ass. You 140? He the homie, too. 140, stop. I'm, at that time, 290. Man, stop. I would just, and I was like, come on. And this happened to him, and this happened with Oscar. We talked through it. Sugar Shane actually hit me. I said, hit me. And don't give me all you got because I'm not prepared for that. I'm 290 out of shape. But give me some. He's like, Marcellus, I'm going to warn you. I know where to hit you. So I'm not even going to give you for real, but I'm going to give you some. Bah! I was like, if that was for real, mama, I'm crying for mama. Anderson Silva hit me one time a little more than that. Bones Jones hit me for real. And I had on pads, though. Man, these dudes, when they want you, they're going to come get you. Floyd is not worried about this at all, except where to cash that check. You look at you skeptical as hell.
I don't know.
You wouldn't do it?
Let me tell you this.
Okay.
And this is my mentality. I have gotten offered $50,000 to interview people, and I've turned it down.
I see that. I respect
because
that.
the way I look at it is this platform that's taken me 13 years to build up.
Yeah.
With all the trials and tribulations. I mean, literally shedding blood and all the drama and everything else like that.
Yeah.
If people feel that you could buy your way onto this platform, the platform isn't worth what I want it to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to earn your place to be in that chair that you're sitting in right now.
But that's
nobody could buy their way into this.
Yeah, but that's not sports.
Well, it's legacy.
But your legacy is built on just beating everybody. Like, his legacy is not necessarily, whoa, was he the best at the time? Was he pound for pound? Did he even qualify to fight you? Like, first of all, every boxer starts off with what? Tune-ups. Like, we don't even remember the first 5 fights. Who this dude? Just tuna can. Bah, 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 bah. And then, right? So, like, in his legacy is already some tuna. You can't get one for $100 million because the first 5 was for free.
Right. Now, listen, Mike Tyson told Logan Paul that Floyd Mayweather is going to beat his ass.
He's going to destroy him. But I don't know for theater. See, Floyd is smart now. He's in a new business. Why destroy these dudes? You destroy our hopes and our purchasing power. Carry his ass. Just pepper him. Pat, pat, oh. And I guarantee Floyd will be like, you want more? And when do you want to go out? Because it's going to go out when I want you to go out. Yeah. I don't care how big he is. I don't care how strong he is. If he's not skilled enough, he's about to get neutralized, bro.
All right. Fair enough.